Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. This is Seppi the Nomad here and welcome to the unboxing of the Monsterarts Godzilla X Kong, the New Empire. Kong from Godzilla X Kong, the New Empire 2024 unboxing. Like I said, every time I get a figure, I'm going to be doing a quick unboxing. This video is going to be a little bit quicker than the last one. But yeah, just to kind of get this out of the way like last time, guys, I understand the concern around this figure and I understand the discourse around this figure and everything. If you think this is dumb and don't know why Monsterarts does this, that's valid. If you like this and you missed out last go around, that's also valid. Anything you think about this, pretty a-okay. Before we cut the box open, let's actually start by looking at the box. We have a cool promotion picture with a, samey, not really super accurate Kong face there. But, this figure has great articulation, and I think that there are benefits to this figure for sure. You got the Monsterarts logo there, all the buttons that tell you it is valid. Kong from Godzilla X Kong, the New Empire, blah, blah, blah. Monsterverse logo, Bandai Namco logo. On the side, we get a purple streak with Monsterarts and the Kong and the Monsterverse logo. Very nice. The star of the show here with the cool X cutout for Kong and some cool promotional pictures for him. I like the color scheme. I really dig the color scheme of these. And like I said in the last video too, like the boxes are kind of a big part of figure collecting for me. And I'm excited to have these boxes and these figures for sure. C'est la vie. Cool promotional picture of Kong here with the logo. Stuff in Japanese that we can read and a rather useless, like what can you see in there? I actually didn't cut Kong out of here. And all you can see is like vaguely the top of his head. And that is the box. Let us cut. Okay, so we gotta focus on that. All right. Let us pop this open here. This is a smaller box than the last one. I kind of like these smaller Kong boxes. And we have Kong in here with his roaring face, his axe, his knuckle walking fists, his gripper fists, and his backhanding fists. You got at the bottom there. Now, this figure, I would say, oh, really quickly, there is just like this, is fuchsia the right color? Holy mother, that's bright. And then you have the instructions and everything here. One thing I didn't mention on the last Godzilla unboxing was at the bottom of the box is the instructions. They're no longer like printed on paper. It's just in there. So in case you cared about that. But here is Kong. And before we open this up, you can see all the accessories right here. This is where the little bit of a controversial thing comes in because you have a version of Kong here that is simply a repaint and comes with less rotisserie and comes with less accessories than the last version. Now, the last version of this Kong wasn't the original release of the GvK. It was actually an updated promotional release that came with Mechagodzilla's busted head after Kong rips it off, I think an extra pair of hands, and some like heaves and the little bendy wires. So it would have been nice if we would have got at least some of that. The Mechagodzilla head wouldn't have made sense for this, but maybe just added like something else. If you weren't going to do an update to the sculpt or anything, or give him the beast glove right off the bat, like at least do something else. I don't know. Anyways, let's crack this open. Okay. Let's take a look at the axe first. This one is going to be different. And actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab the other axe really quick. Okay, Kong is going to chill out right there. Here is the new axe. Here's the previous axe. Going tip to tip. Just touching tips. Just dudes being dudes. This one is, I believe the new one is translucent. I do not like the paint job on it as much. I think they really should do a better job of making the scale, a darker color, maybe somewhere in between these two. And also try and just take the, like, again, it comes down to effort with this. I love Monsterarts and I think they can do some incredible things, but it just kind of comes down to effort. Paint in the cracks where the actual energy glows. Like that's what we want to see here. And, this one's translucent, so that's cooler. I just don't like the paint job as much as the previous one. I think this one looks a little bit better, but this is interesting. The bone color is a little ashier. I guess it's a little more weathered, like, Kong has had it for longer, so blah, blah, blah. Anyways, so there you go. You get a little translucent figured axe there, which is pretty cool. I definitely like that. That's neat. That is a neat touch. Is it enough? You decide. We'll get this monkey out of the way. There's Kong's monkey head and his monkey maw. I think it's painted pretty nice. Like, again, the whole thing of this figure is it is just painted that ashier gray color that Kong is in the film. But you got him here. He's doing that roaring face. It doesn't look super accurate, and it looks a little doofy from the side. Again, pretty foopy. Not much else to say about this head. I think they did a good job painting the teeth. Like, you could see the teeth in there. Pretty good job painting that. Appreciate that. The eyes are looking pretty straight ahead. So that's definitely a bonus. So there's that head. I don't really use that one too much. I don't really like that one too much. And, okay, before I show off the figure, here's a closer up of the hands. They're probably all gonna fall out if I do this. Let's do this very carefully. Oh no, the light is completely destroying this. Okay, could you guys see that? Those are the hands. The alone time hands, the knuckle walkie hands, there goes one, and the backhanding hands, just as an example. Knuckle walkies. Okay, and here is Kong, and I just picked him up, and I immediately noticed pretty good joint tolerances on this, better than the previous, so we'll take this little thing off. Oh no. You like that arm content, guys? So we have Kong here, and he is gray, and he has a couple extra scratches on his chest, and I am pretty certain that is it. He's got a little something on his face there. Okay, that was just paint. I knocked that off, or like a fuzzy or something. But yeah, I mean, oh, this is weird. Okay, so looking at his back here, you can kind of see that this plate doesn't really match the color of this plate, and he also has some weird Harry Potter scar marking on his back. I'm not entirely sure what that is, if that's just a QC issue or something, but can you guys see that? Yeah, weird. He's got this like zigzag on his back. Hopefully you guys can see that, but yeah, that's very strange. Yeah, I mean, same good articulation. He can definitely T-pose on his enemies. Monke, pretty good ab crunch. Again, this isn't a full review, so I'm not gonna go into like all the details of everything, but just kind of like a general overview. And let's stand him up next to, because again, there's not too much going on with this figure. We've already pretty much talked about the brunt of it. Let's stand him up, and actually let me pop his alone time hand. I don't know if I'm correct in saying this, but the hands feel a little softer on the newer release. Don't know if that's accurate or not. Oh no. Okay. And yeah, you're looking at a primary difference of just color. It looks like the kind of diaper section fits a little bit better, or is, I don't know if that's a QC thing or if maybe my hips are just kind of like locked in a certain position or something. But yeah, the kind of like hip diaper on the original release looks a little off. There's like a gap in there, whereas it's pretty flush on the new one. So I don't know if that's just a QC thing or a new mold, but I don't believe these are new molds in the slightest. I think this is just what you see is what you get from the last one, just a paint job difference. And he's got a couple extra scars on his chest and an ashier gray paint. And I'm pretty certain that is it. Let's see if there's a difference in the face at all, or like what differences in the paint we can see in the face. They gave him kind of an ashier beard on the right, on the new one. He's just kind of overall grayer and ashier. I do like that, although I like the kind of browner color he has on the original and in the original movie. I like this model of Kong they used in GxK, but I think I prefer the GxK as far as like the Kong models. But all right, let's compare cheeks. Same sculpt, so they're both going to have the same dump truck, but you know, get some Kong cheek action in there. Pretty cool. Yeah, I wonder what this weird freaking thing is. That like Harry Potter zigzag mark on his back. There you go. The Kongs are exhausted from being repainted and having less accessories this go around. But what do you guys think? Again, you guys have been great in the comments in the last video. Let's keep it that way. I just am curious if this is something you're interested in. I'm just trying to gauge the community to see what we think about this. I have a general idea. I have a pretty good understanding of what you guys feel about this, but let's give Kong some bananas here. How do you feel about Kong with the banana? That's pretty much it from you guys. Let me know, are you going to get this figure? Let me throw it off to you this way. What do you want to see SH Monsterarts do next? I imagine it's going to be Beast Glove Kong and Evolved Godzilla and Scar King, but of all the options they do have, what would kind of get you the most excited and get your faith back in SH Monsterarts Monsterverse line? Because they do great with other stuff, but with the Monsterverse, they're kind of just lacking a little bit. So what would the number one thing they could do right now and announce that you would get most excited about? So I am in the boat where I like to just kind of collect what I can. So I am happy to have this, and especially if anything for just the box. But it is cool to have this. I am getting a growing Kong collection, and I understand that not everybody is going to want to have all these figures that are very similar with minor repaints and everything. Like, that's fine in between movies and everything, but I wish that for every movies, especially GxK, where it is just a toy commercial, that they would have come out of the gate swinging with something a little more accurate to that film. Even though the Beast Glove in the movie is a little like, whatever. I would have still liked to have seen Kong with a Beast Glove. I think they could have done that, and then maybe a separate face mold. At the very least, this guy should have come with like the popping his shoulder back into his shoulder blade grungy face. Like, I really like that, and I wish that would be something that they would have added, or at least just like thought in their think tank. Like, okay, we're releasing the same figure as a repaint. We should at least go all out with these things, being painting the axe a little bit better, giving him the face that belonged in this one, maybe updating the sculpt in the other face, and, you know, having the little heaves or whatever, like new versions of the heaves. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications, because I'm going to be posting a lot of videos, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. See ya.